Hello and welcome everybody to the GG.Bet Winter Cup. We're here for our last best of three of the day. It's, well, Hawker, he commentated, I think, 2 best of threes today. You've been delighted by his beautiful voice for probably 5 or 6 hours, but now you've got Plan B, the Squids, going to be taking centre stage for this last best of 3 of the night. And then I'm going to take off into the sunset, not just for the day, but for the year. That's me then done for 2020, going off on a train somewhere different, somewhere unique, somewhere unbeknownst to anybody else on the internet. I think that we've actually got a pretty cool series here, being the first and only that I'm going to cast. I think the other 2 have actually been pretty interesting. Right, the course of the day. I'm actually going to get the Twitch chat open as well, so if you're wanting to get involved, get active, talk to me over the next couple of hours, then absolutely do that. Get in that Twitch chat, get asking your questions. I want to have a nice chill time over the next couple of hours, but I'm pretty sure that these 2 teams aren't going to allow that to happen. We've got two teams who obviously know what they're doing. We've got a SJ Gaming side who have seemed a little bit shaky throughout this tournament, got to be honest. And then SKADE who have actually seemed pretty damn decent. Obviously, we're coming here in that, I would say, the more stacked group, Group B, where you've actually got 4 really worthy teams here. SJ, probably one of the teams that I've watched most of over the last couple of months. Definitely famed for that CT side. Great defensive players. Yesterday, funnily enough, we didn't actually see Weend play. We actually had Jampy back in the roster for maybe one last hurrah after getting benched. And it just seemed a bit disjointed, disfragmented. Didn't really seem like SJ's best performance. They kind of got blew out of the server throughout the whole of that best of 3. But now, a new dawn, a new day, and a new opponent. It's SKADE. Form of the Bulgarians here on Inferno once again. A bit of a fan favourite here to start things off. We also begin, of course, with the pistol round. Taking things quite quickly towards the B bomb site. No contest for SJ so far. They have got the double defense sat left and right as Zate releases a nade. Doesn't really connect all too much. The shots on through the smoke don't find their targets either. And Zate, got to be worried about this. Bit of aggression from SJ right there. But it's not really going to matter. SKADE pretty convincingly have this B-bomb site. Should be the pissed around all with it. Unless SKADE gives something crazy away. But you can see that they're kind of burrowed into this bomb site. There's no way for SJ to even find these early opening picks. Despite having 3 players just charging. Spellen's just running distraction here. Just bobbing and weaving. Finally actually dropping, but it's not been spotted just yet. Denny needs to stop this defuse from coming through. And now it's down to Rainwaker. This has got really antsy really quite quickly. But the bomb is ticking away. A nice pair of headshots to finish things off. And 1-0 on the board. Great stuff. Yeah, Jumpy is benched. But we did see him play with SJ for perhaps one last time yesterday. I think that was interesting. Jampy's somebody who we've obviously been watching for the last couple of years. He's been kind of on a lot of people's radars, I would say. I'm surprised that SJ get anywhere near winning this round, to be perfectly honest. They kind of had no claim of that B-bomb site. Once you're locked out in that 5 versus 4, there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. But nevertheless, finding some kills, making it competitive, taking us through to this second round. That's a weird Molotov for a T to throw, at least, because it gives Sadix a bit of position right behind the car. Obviously, you can't push aggressive and get all up in your face. However, it gives a bit of a vantage point for that Deagle to do some damage. Now trying to push these pistols on the A bomb site. Khan's initially been spotted. It's a trio of frags for SKADE. The bomb site falls with it. Along with a round, it's going to be a second for SKADE. Easy, simple stuff. Jampy not play? No, Jampy not playing today, but he was playing yesterday. Despite that benching coming in, what, a week or 2 ago? Plus? Where is this being played? This is being played online. He did play yesterday. I cast the game. I casted the game. It was for this tournament. I remember it quite well. Look at those odds. Very one-sided. Pretty much a third of a chance. People are saying that SJ are going to win this one. Quite firm underdogs. You're in this match. Keeping a couple of the Mac 10s in hand. Spellin and Denny on those. Wanting a bit of running gun potential. Fast and furious perhaps into one of these bomb sites. Sniffing out a stack with the SMGs first. Racking up the kill bonus perhaps. It's going to be Raf doing first. SJ haven't really been holding banana thus far. I'd like to see them while they've got weaponry in their hands. Not in this third, but perhaps the 4th and 5th and 6th. Get a little more aggressive onto banana. Try and take some map control. Perhaps with the AWP. Unfortunately, they don't have Jampy Zorp anymore. So, I don't really know Ween that well. I think I've casted him a couple of times. But SJ probably won't have that big punchy presence that they previously did have. Albeit not yesterday. Yeah, Ween's in play today. A couple of easy kills coming in. Big fat rotation from SJ, but doesn't merit any results. Doesn't even find a single kill. And these USPSs will try and punch a couple of bullets through the smoke, but probably not going to find anything here in this situation. And SKADE doing pretty damn decent in the anti-ecos, I might add. They've pretty much kept SJ back. They haven't given them any advantages into these rounds. The pistol was quite close, with that retake almost coming through. SJ's teamwork, coordination, and communication seemingly quite on point. But setting up for the exits, and it's not going to work out here for them. Not going to be able to steal away an AK or any sort of rifle. And remember, there are no rifles dropped away on that B-bomb site, so no successes here. No silver linings for SJ, but still early days. Squid casting Starladder again? Yes, sir. I did say yesterday was my last day of casting. Happened to be lying to you. I've got one more. One more before I take a train to where nobody knows where I am. And I'm going to lie down for a week straight. I think this is my 44th best of 3 this month. It's been a very long month. But you know what? Can't complain. You've got to have lots of Counter-Strike in your life. 40 on the board. Early in this 4th round, SJ's first attempt with rifles. And there's no AWP, it's all M4s. And even the utility running quite low. That's a disadvantage you get from buying into that 2nd round fully. It means that you're probably not going to have all of the smokes and flashes coming into this round and before. And SJ actually favoring the Molotovs over certain smokes. Maybe a bit of an odd decision. Obviously, Molotovs, they're doing the damage. And only using these smokes towards a tight choke point on the B bomb site. Sometimes smokes on A favor the Ts. They can kind of negotiate and weasel their way around. Instead, it's Sadix here on the B bomb site. Flash does connect, and he somehow finds a shot through the smoke. Zati as well. That cuts down the initial attack. Bomb not down just yet. Instead, dropped in the open. Sadix can find even more. Lots and lots of damage. As Zati clears up. Now Rockin' versus 3. Where did his teammates go? Pretty much all falling the same way. That was a nice little crossfire from the 2 CTs. Now Rocking. Hoping he'd be gifted a frag before having to plant that bomb down. Instead, taps those digits in. He gets his head blown off. All 3 members of SJ with AK-47s now. Apart from Stover, who wants to go for the Krieg. It's probably even better. Squid, SJ and SKADE. This is exactly how I want to spend my Friday. You know what? This is how I want to spend my Friday as well. It might be a late night game. It's 8:30 in the evening here in the UK. And I'm just starting off. Hopefully we're going to have a long, contentious best of 3. I think the odds are pretty slanted towards SKADE, even though if you're being put on these heavy CT maps, I don't know. I kind of like SJ on some of the heavier CT maps. I don't think that their Inferno's too good. I think that this is probably going to be a bit one-sided, but map number 2, that's going to be Mirage, so I'm not really sure. I'm kind of not a big fan of SJ when they pick Inferno. They did it the other day and it was a little bit awkward. I was a bit critical of it. Either way, smoke's coming into bomb site B. No casualties yet for SJ. As Rainwaker has dropped for SKADE. Changing their approach towards this A bomb site. A double defense here. Both Weend and Stover just holding close. This close-in angle. Over towards quad side. And he also has got Stover to actually help him. As soon as this firefight comes through, I'm sure that reinforcement will be called. And then Stover can also take the peak. And they're also half looking back towards Apps as well. As Weend racks in the initial headshot. SKADE have to be careful about losing too many members too quickly. And the Krieg can do exactly that. Rocking a second headshot. Weend gets taken straight out of the server. And this A bomb site now compromised. No idea how Rocking and co were able to breach into this one. Rocking is very low on HP. A nade over the top could have taken him out of the server, but instead, it's going to be the Molotov and smoke to try and lend this one inside. It's a nice flash, though. It will force SJ back temporarily, and Spellin, he's going to take the initial firefight. He spots both. Great secondary headshot. And that is the 4th round secured. That was a 2 versus 5. SJ can't afford to lose those. Four to 1 on the board, and SJ not training together. Successful rounds, concurrent rounds is going to be the eco here in round number 6. Just pistols, double D, double P250. There's a CZ75 as well. Whereas SKADE, they've got everything, all the trimmings, triple Krieg, double AK-47, and just holding a bit of a stalemate here on Inferno. Bit of a classic setup. Just holding outside Apps. You'd usually be expecting on these sort of eco rounds, half ecos, for SJ to throw in some aggression. I would actually favour it. Obviously, SKADE are pretty much set up perfectly to counter any aggro play. B should be the final approach. But there are a trio of players over here. You know, Zarte, who's kind of burrowed into the corner. He'll be the last line of defense. I love that from Rainwaker. So patient. And Stover actually hears the footsteps, and he's going to take a different approach, moving in from Apps. Spellin's not going to be spotted, and he does double damage on the A bomb site. The C4 will follow, and SJ locked out of the action. They're over towards B, a million miles off of the with bomb site. BO1 Squid? No, this is a best of 3 series. We've got Inferno first, Mirage second, and then the decider, if we need it, that'll be Train. This is my last series of the year, so I'm kind of hoping for a long best of 3. And I've just drank a Monster Energy, so, you know. You can't drink an energy drink and then just get 2 maps. You've got to go the whole hog. Especially when you've only got 1 best of 3 to cast in a day, you're hoping for a bit of a longer one. It's going to be a 5th round of the board, and SJ are starting to hemorrhage rounds right now. They're really struggling to get anything rolling or going. This defense is looking fairly porous. SKADE just picking and choosing their bomb sites. And just winning all of the firefights, winning every single duel. As soon as SKADE were able to poke out that defense on the A-bomb site, they pretty much collapsed off the back of that. SJ losing pretty much all their members really quite quickly. Hey Squid, do you know Joe? Who's Joe? Oh, is it Joe Mum? Is it going to be a your mum joke? I feel like this is going to be a Joe Mum joke. Yeah, Joe Mama, there we go. I love the delay on the stream because it just shows he knows that the punchline's coming. I got you. Nice opening headshots. 3 versus 3. SKADE doing some decent damage. Sadix right around the corner. And he's pretty much going to single-handedly end this round. By the way, folks, you can't get anything past me. I'm a caster who always reads the chat. I'm quite a few years in the business at this point. I don't think you can read the chat as a commentator if you're not ready for anything. I'm kind of ready for it. especially a Joe Mama joke. Like, come on. I wasn't born yesterday. When did you start casting Counter-Strike games? I don't know. It's probably like I think it was 3 years ago now, in 2016. I think it was about this time. I think it was October 2016. So I was just a little baby squid. You're a cute squid. I don't know if that's quite true, but thank you very much anyway. Wait, Squid, why isn't Joel playing? Is this a Joel Mama joke? Oh, Jampy. It's, yeah, Jampy's been benched. Jampy was playing on SJ yesterday. They had a really weird technical issue, and then that was actually before the series had started, and then Jampy stepped in. So it wasn't any sort of, like, second guessing or second thoughts, but nice individual plays from SJ to at least put another one on the board, but they're going to need a little more than that. 2 rounds, CT side, not good enough. They've still got a lot of runway before they have to take off into this second half, though. Pretty much the halfway point of this first side. I think SJ are probably aiming for like 5 or 6. I like your voice. You know what? I like your profile. I like you. Approach coming into the B-bomb site. Zarte just holding in behind, Famis in hand. Oh, awkward tapping there. If that had been a little bit quicker, SJ would probably be 2 members up, but still a man advantage into the retake scenario. And Denny's going to scarper towards the back of this B-bomb site. Spellen's holding in first and caught with his pants down, an 8-8. He gets taken out of the system. And it's only Denny versus 3. He needs to find a trio of players. There's a nice opening headshot, but he's been compromised and spotted. Ween takes him out. And it is going to be a third for SJ. Crucial situations there. It always gets your heart racing when you just have to take the duel. But especially when you're up against Denny, up against any of these 10 players on the server. Weend is I take it, the new player stepping in. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, but with Jampy getting taken out of the team or leaving the team or whatever the happenings were there, he's going to be replaced temporarily or whatever by Weend. I know that there were stories published, but, you know, I didn't read them. I've been sleeping instead. I've been doing Christmas things. Hope everybody at home's having a Merry Christmas. Nice opening shot. Sadix didn't know what hit him right there. And SJ are really struggling to get the ball rolling. I know that they found 2 consecutive rounds, but they've lost many, many players in these previous prize situations. And it has been a little bit troubling. This quality is good. I'm going to quickly adjust the quality on this. you go. There's it back in crispy high quality. 3 to 5 on the board. And 3 versus 3. Didn't miss all too much, but SKADE pushing into this B bomb site before the smoke dissipates. And Wiend is still here. Tries to get jump peaked, and Rainwaker, it's damage but no kills. Denny next in line. It is going to be 4 to 5. And SKADE, they seem to have somehow gone to sleep. This has been actually pretty awkward, pretty ropey, especially on that B bomb site. You saw them pushing into things after that smoke had dissipated, just as it fades. I'd have loved a second smoke, but with SKADE running out of cash, they just can't afford it. Now they're back to the Deagles, back to the pistols. Got to fix all those little issues. For all you lovely people. Yeah, 4 to 5. SJ kind of looked down and out early portions of this game, but yeah, SKADE, matter of fact, have kind of went to sleep. SJ finding their footing here on this CT side, actually finding some decent scenarios, not just in the retakes, but actually starting to shut these pistols down now. That's exactly what you want to see if you're an SJ supporter. And they're not the favourites in this series. Far from it, in fact. 3 to 1 odds, pretty much, on them. Or over 3 odds, I think. As Khan almost gets caught off guard there. Now out of ammo, has to throw the Molotov down and recede back to the A-bomb site where he can be helped out by his teammates. A clean round for the first time for SJ. Good stuff, 5 to 5. So remember, guys, I am watching this Twitch chat over the next couple of hours throughout this whole best of 3 to end my Counter-Strike year. So get asking your questions, get involved. I'm going to be casting this match in the meantime, but SJ, lots of cash, a buy for both sides here on Inferno. Zarte is going to be taking a slightly aggressive peek and pick towards Banana, but nobody from SKADE getting all too aggressive. He's probably not going to find anything initially, especially with the Molotovs towards the top of Banana. Means that he can't really go for all too much. Instead, it's Smoke's placed. This will be a flash and dash opportunity as Wiend decides to stick around, hits a headshot somehow, and Stover now needs to step up. There's the first, but he's got more on the plate, and he's already been spotted. They know that he's towards pit, and he gets taken completely out of the equation. Khan, the last line of defense here, as Danny finds another. And now an AWP versus a trio of players as Zarte tried to do some damage, but the flank is coming through, and Rafty finds a headshot. SKADE onto 6. That's interesting. Rafty had ample opportunity to pick up that AWP just then. He obviously asked his teammates, anybody want this AWP? Are we using the AWP? And obviously, they decide that they're very comfortable without it. Probably wanting quite a much faster approach. And those are the odds from GG.Bet here on Inferno. SKADE still favourites. Am I going anywhere on this vacation at Squid? You know, I'm going down to London. Gotta love the capital. Five lots of M4s for the SJ side. Obviously, SKADE, they've got the... I think that was double AK-47 and 3 Kriegs again. Going for a really heavy SG-553 setup on this T side. Been a bit of a favourite from SKADE since the start of this one. Can't really falter it. I'd still say that the Kriegs are pretty decent. They haven't really been nerfed at all. Obviously, apart from that price tag, but the actual weapon pretty much remains fairly similar. Three on the defense towards this A-bomb site with Sadix rotating in. SKADE are about to walk into somewhat of a stack for SJ. This is why the CT side's usually so good, because you've usually got a bunch of players here. Sadix initially steps up. There's the Molotov to slow them down. 3 have been crushed, and Khan trying to go for even more, but Rain's able to take him out. Both of these players for SKADE are very low on HP. They have already found 3, but Weend is there to should be able to finish this one off. Zarte does just chip and chime in to make this 6-6. Another good performance from SJ there. Their Inferno definitely looking a bit better than yesterday. They look really ropey, especially on the CT side. They had a really rough time. And that's disappointing for a team that usually posts really good CT numbers. Wasn't the case yesterday here in the GG.Bet Winter Cup. But they're dealing with SKADE pretty effectively as of that initial fluster of rounds. From the Bulgarians, 1 minute 35 on the clock, taking a bit of attention towards Banana. SJ once more, not playing this aggressive, not trying to get too antsy into this position. They know that their money's fairly low at this point. They're surviving with no more than 2 players in the majority of these gun rounds. And it means that they're forced to keep a couple of SMGs in hand, whereas SKADE, they've got the AK-47, 3 lots of Deagles, P250 as well. Obviously a ropey buy, just trying to level out that cash, and Sadix, 1 and done. It's all down to Zarte here, who's tucked away in the back of this B-bomb site. He tries to throw a protective smoke down, and he does find a kill for his troubles. Now towards back oranges once again, as he's found through the smoke. A 3 versus 3, but SKADE running low on HP. Spellin on 9, rocking 47. But this bomb is actually going down within Zarte's smoke. That's really intelligent to allow that C4 to get dropped. 6-6, a crucial key round here. As Rocking, when's he going to go for the swing? He's already been spotted, so they know that he's tucked away in this back position, but no Molotov to flush him out. And he's able to take the swing, can't find the shots. Raftu, the defense on the B-bomb site falls. And now Spellin, only 9 HP, can't really get a lot done, even in the spray. The bomb wasn't even planted for him, so it is going to be 7 rounds to SJ here. Another retake on this B-bomb site go their way. And SKADE find themselves a round behind. This is a bit of a tricky situation, though. I think on the T side of Inferno, you're expecting a little more than 6. SKADE it up, 1 round deficit. Here as we approach the end of this first half. Taking a combative position through that smoke, but won't merit anything. Weend instead finding the opening frag towards the A-bomb site. He's able to shut down any apps control. That nade beautifully placed. Does pretty heavy damage onto Denny. Can't really ask for much better than that. Spellin's down to 5, Denny 58. We'll see that initial bit of damage that Spellin took was through the smoke on the B-bomb site. Just trying to get aggressive onto sandbags, take a bit of an advantageous elevated position. Looking to chip inside, but couldn't really find anything. And Khan is tucked away behind here, so Spellin being the low HP player is probably going to have a hard time. And it is just headshots all round for SJ as they shut down the A-take. Nice flash comes through, but once again, Weend's able to spray Rocking away. And Denny was tagged pretty damn low earlier, so he's going to be easily taken out of the equation. A clean round for SJ for the 2nd time this half. YT Thesso says, is this a CT-sided map? I would say that this is a pretty even map. This is about as even as it gets. Especially at this level of play. You don't really often see the CT side take the majority of the rounds on Inferno anymore. I know that that sounds kind of weird to say, but I would say at this sort of tier of play that Inferno's ever so slightly T-sided. But also, you never know. This matchup, when you've got SJ Gaming, quite a favorably CT-sided team, I'd be expecting this game to be CT's taking the majority of the rounds, and that is exactly what's happened so far. So I don't think that SKADE's got anything to be massively worried about coming into this one, but they've got to post a good CT side of the road now. Obviously, they'll need either 9 to 10 rounds on their CT half to post the same numbers at SJ. So remember, this is SJ's map pick, so nothing too crazy. Clean round here. Rainwaker. A 1v5 needed, and Stover's going to one bullet him to his grave. It's 9 to 6 here. SJ finishing that half off pretty strong. What we'll see as that scoreboard opens is a trail of T-sided rounds at the start. 5 out of the first 6 won by SKADE, but only winning 1 out of 9 as of then. It was a trail of 4, then SKADE only taking 1 before another trail of 4 from SJ. So able to really shut it down, and that's how quickly momentum can change here in Counter-Strike. I was kind of feeling that this was a SKADE whitewash in the first couple of rounds, that they were just going to pretty much roll right over this defense. We were going to see the same as we saw yesterday. But remember, this is, for SJ, not even the same roster that we saw yesterday. As I said before, Jampy was playing instead of Weens. And nobody on that side was really too magic. I remember, I don't think anybody had a double-digit kill line as we went into halftime. Everybody was sort of stuck at 6 or 7 kills for SJ, and today, totally different. 4 of their 5 players into double digits. Khan's only on 9. That's not really a problem. Whereas it's SKADE, a couple of their members failing to find the frags. Rocking and Rafty having 5 kill halves. You can't get massively critical off of the kill lines this early in the game. I think you have to do that sort of statistical analysis once the dust is settled. SJ, a real opportunity. They take this pistol round. I'd say that they're quite far ahead here. It's the Glocks. They'll be sending them, I think, probably towards the B-bomb site. There's nobody taking second mid. Instead, that nade does actually collapse into a bit of damage. Can't take it down to 62, but the headshots need to be found by Spellin, and he's missing everything right now. He has got company, but these USPSs get charged down and can't find a single frag on the entry as SJ mow them away. 4 fast frags. Denny probably next in line. Cowering by CT spawn, and there's nothing more to be done here in the pistol round. It's going to be double digits for SJ. Is Denny, how much damage can he do? There is 2. As the third and final spotted towards Fountain, but he's still got to break the crossfire here into Graveyard, and I can't see that happening. Sadix ends all this chaos. It's going to be 10 to 6. Nice little double dink there. Hey, Hash. Hash has awoken. He's arose. In that Twitch chat, of course. Which I am watching. I've got it open. I've got my little phone on charge. It's got my chat open. I do love talking to all the lovely people over at home. But yes, it is 10 to 6 right now. 3 lots of AK-47s for this T side. Everybody for SKADE just with the USPSs, not going for any initial investment. They want a full wholesome buy coming into this second half. And they will get it next time. Remember, $2,400. I love that from Denny. He steps inside the Molotov to throw the nade. It does actually land quite close to Khan. Does a fair bit of damage, but I don't know if the risk reward's entirely there. I like that. SJ, just play this slow. They don't need to risk walking into any stacks, albeit there isn't one. There are 3 players towards this B-bomb site, but that's not going to be much of a panic. Unless Rocking hits more than just that one headshot. It's the AK-47's finishing things off. Exactly what should be happening here on the B-bomb site. This Rainmaker's probably going to get taken out now as well. Lots of damage done. The only defense towards that B-bomb site, Denny, he was on 2 HP. This setup right here is exactly why you'll never see a T-side saving into T-spawn from the B-bomb site nowadays. That banana crossfire is probably one of the nastiest double combinations in the whole game. And even with the USPSs, you're probably walking into your straight death. And it's so common just to have maybe just a UMP or a MAC-10 down there. And it finds 3 or 4 kills. You waste $15,000 worth of investment on your T side. And you're forced to go for an eco sooner than you otherwise would have, just for pushing down banana. So usually you would actually sit on banana or go towards the CT spawn. Inferno's just brutal for that. Nice initial run boost there for Denny. Sadly doesn't connect. Obviously wanting every little micro advantage to start off these rounds. A straight kill would be beautiful, but not quite finding it so far. SJ just feeling out the defense. Khan got loads of information there. He saw the M4 up close and noticed that that AWP had actually fired a shot. So he knows how that defense is now posted. And he negates the threat of apps. SJ do fall away from it, but it's something that SKADE, they need to find kills off of those sort of setups. And SJ, if they could just fish for information, then you've pretty much done your job, especially with the UMP in hand, where the risk-reward is entirely there for trying to get intel into these more dangerous positions. SKADE's just stepping over this smoke. The flower pot boost coming through has to be checked by SJ if they're going to make this B site play. There are 3 players on the defense, and SJ, maybe they know about it. They're throwing in a couple of smokes of their own. They're just trying to pop a couple of shots through, keep this defense over here on the curly letter as a double defense. Is it strong enough to post this one up? And AWP M4, there's the initial kill. Denny, he's in from the side, but Rainwaker, he's doing the heavier damage here. Denny still posted up, but Rainwaker a third. That bomb dropped in the open. SKADE is surely going to get shot away if he pushes into this one, so keeping the AK-47, smart option. Want to keep that money rolling. Obviously, he won't get loss bonus into this one. SJ with $1,400 for each of their other players. What buy are they really going to have here? SKADE can drop over at Galil if he wants to, with Wiend and Stover able to get out rifles, and then Khan would perhaps just be on a UMP. Or it'll be pistols, and then they can go for the buy-up in the 20th round. I think that'll probably be the approach. Oh, sending it down mid. This is really dangerous. And sticking around for the fun as well. Gets taken completely out. SKADE even finds Rainwaker, and the A site, it gets broken apart just like that. There is not another member supplementary on the defense. Raftu's got a chip in from library, but probably not going to be able to find anything. Definitely a turning point. This should have been an easy 11-8 for SKADE. I think the big mistake, Denny just sticking around for 2 seconds too long with that AWP. Looking onto second mid, got greedy for that initial pick. And then the Deagles came in, bam, from the side. Both kills, not just one but 2. SKADE's putting that AK-47 saved to good work. Khan also punching in with that deagle. Just beautiful, brilliant stuff. And SJ, the intelligence just to pounce onto that A-bomb site. Know that there's probably no further defenders there. They do allow SKADE to save with a couple of rifles. Raftu still with 5 frags. Rocking's had a pretty dormant, distant game as well with only 6. I've got to say it, SKADE aren't playing their best Counter-Strike so far. They are on the CT side of Inferno, so the possibility here is to pick up a couple of following rounds. Obviously, they can eke out a buy into this one. Rocking can drop over in a rifle. Spellun can as well, so they'll even have full utility in this situation. It's not going to be a pressure to get a buy out in this 20th, but they're starting to run out of runway. They're starting to run out of rounds. SJ just taking time after time these better positions, and the scoreline does sit at 12-7. SJ, if they win this one, they'll break the bye. They won't just get up to 13, but probably also 14 with SKADE unable to go for the investment into round number 21. So this is a bit of a must-win for the CTs, and they've not got an AWP. Then he's thrown that one down the toilet already. Zarti's picked it up. That's a little advantage. I'm not surprised if I see a slow round from SJ right now, just to try and bait that AWP into finding the initial frag. Sending it actually towards Banana. That smoke will be the stalemate where nobody can really peek. How aggressive Spellun going to get? Spots the arm. Sadix a whisker away from finding that preliminary headshot. And those nades, so brutal. Playing close to the corner there. Sadix now forced out. And flashed out. Spellun's able to find him. Three on the defense towards A. No easy option here for SJ. A bit of a dilemma. They're just looking, searching, hunting for that opening frag. Not quite finding anything. The only thing that they did really find was a hail of bullets towards a B-bomb site, a nade in the face. Pretty nasty start on such a pivotal round. And SKADE can definitely get back into the game here. Their reserve cash is running quite low. If they have a convincing round, I'm not going to force out an eco in the next from the tees. And that's really what you're looking for on the CT side to get these convincing rounds in. Denny getting Molotov'd and burned out of pit. Raftu's the last line of defense here as they decided to gamble Rainwaker elsewhere towards the B bomb site. He's returned just in time to find one. And Raftu does have this bomb in tow, but with only 6 kills to his name, he's got to almost double that up right now, and it doesn't happen. Running out of time, the bomb finally goes down. Stover with a finishing headshot, and it's only Rocking a 1v2. This is crucial and cataclysmic here. He needs to find this clutch. He needs to break this crossfire. They don't know where he's coming from, but of course the B bomb site was his initial destination. As he tries to plumb it in. Stover punches him out. A great headshot to finish things off. A triple kill there to put one of the nails in the coffin. Here, 13-7. Anth Ju. Hey Squid, good to hear you again. Thank you very much. Good to read your little comments again. I've been here for, the last couple of days. We've been doing the initial games of this GG Winter Cup. And I'll take a bit of a break for a little while. Fly away. I think SKADE are probably going to need a bit of a break after this one. Probably need to go back to the drawing board. This looked like a bit of an easy win for them earlier. The first couple of rounds were all theirs, and then SJ, as of then, have just pretty much convincingly closed it out. Here in the eco, finding those initial frags. It is Raftu getting nailed in the face right through that wall to start. And a nice headshot to return to retort. A minute still on the clock, and SJ, they haven't made their mind up just yet. Pistols, obviously not standing up to the pressure there. SKADE are going to have one more chance in this one. And it's not right here with the Deagle, of course. It's the next round, the 22nd, where they will have rifles in their hands. Not able to hold up with the pistols, but yeah. SJ, easy stuff. Yeah, this is obviously a completely different SJ roster. I know it's Jampy out and weaned in, but that seems to have made somehow, for some reason, a world of difference. Where Jampy yesterday, it didn't look like SJ's communication was anywhere to be found, especially considering that we saw an Inferno matchup. Them against, obviously, like, pretty similar opposition, pretty similar competition. Started on their CT side as well, and I think they only found 2 rounds that entire half. Really weird and awkward for SJ, a team who they usually are pretty damn decent at that CT half. But didn't work out yesterday, and now we see a completely different affair. Spell and Denny, double up setup. That is the final frontier, that last chance of making it through here in this first map. Of course, the favourites in this series, they'll have to take 2 in a row and bring us to train and finish it off that way, the hard way, the long haul, the road back. I'm always critical of, or I have been critical of SJ actually picking this map, but they seem to have proven me wrong. (14-7) on the board and trading evenly early in the 22nd. Rainwaker and Weend both taken down. Those satellite players. 55 seconds left on the board now, and it looks to be a B approach with the bomb aggressing in first. If they can take Spell and Zorp out of the equation, this is pretty much going to be game here for the first map. That frag does prompt the rotate. Rocking's probably going to just stay here and toss that flash inwards and allow Spellin to get a little more aggressive with the AWP. So the smokes, Rocking's going to be gone here. Where's the flashbang coming through? I'm sure Spellin will be throwing it. He dives in without any support, and Sadix finds the second. Spellin very slow on the approach. A follow-up flash, and Denny's through this smoke. He wants to take this bomb planter out of the equation, and he does, but the C4 does go down. Stover, a 1 versus 1 for this map point here on Inferno. He finds it! Rafdu exploded out of the server. Crashes away, and it is going to be a 15th for SJ. After that initial flurry of 5 rounds in the first half, SKADE have just done nothing here on the opening matchup. It's been incredibly one-sided. SJ looking to turn this map over and at least take us to a third if we need it, of course. We'll see if SKADE can take the map pick next. That'll be Mirage. But yeah, a spanner in the works in this series. All lots of AK-47s, the Krieg in hand. SKADE with the shaky buy. Spellin's got a FAMAS. For some reason, threw it away temporarily, maybe in frustration. It's going to be a stalemate early in this 23rd with nobody finding any of these initial frags. Just a bit of a slow start. Nothing really happening in the first minute. second minute is where all the action's going to come from. Benny playing close to the Molotov and trying to take the peak up towards mid. Nobody spotting him out, though. 45 seconds left on the board. And Rainwaker has to hold this one up single-handedly. He's already been spotted out, and here come the cavalry. Weend able to find the initial frag. That was a bit of a nuclear bomb, taking Weend right out of the server. But still an even scenario. Rocking, tentative to go for the rotation, wants to stay on this B-bomb site. That's the wrong approach. SJ have kept just 2 over here by playing timid for a couple of seconds. Then he's right in this corner. Will it be checked? It will. Instantly pre-fired out of the server. Khan and Sadix find the frags. SJ surely going through to map 2 with their heads held high here. An easy opening performance for them. All 3 of these players are quite low on HP, but retakes on the A-bomb site, practically impossible. It's so tough. Tricky stuff here to begin, and just trying to pepper in with the bullets. There's a couple of headshots found. It is going to be 16-7, and yeah, not just a win, but a one-sided performance. So a very good opening map right there. Pretty much just like crashing and burning there initially. That was very one-sided stuff. And they go through to map number 2 with their heads held high. Of course, it's not going to be SJ's map pick. It is going to be Mirage. But I usually find that Mirage and Inferno play quite similarly to each other. So I would kind of expect it to usually go the same way. But remember, SJ, they are underdogs in this series. I think that really throws a spanner in the works where anything and everything can happen further in this best of 3. Maybe we'll even have a 3 mapper. Either way, we're going to a quick break. Don't go anywhere because Mirage is coming